So marketing is not something that you wait until your store is open to start doing. The most successful candle businesses start promoting early, and they do it in ways that build trust, anticipation, and community. In this episode, I'll walk you through 8 simple strategies that you can start today to build momentum for your business. I'm Sebastian Garsnett, the co-founder of Garsnett Beacon Candle Company and Candle Business Pro. In this episode, we're going to talk about the exact marketing strategies that we use and that you may want to use as well right now, even if your store isn't opened up quite yet. So we obviously do marketing with Garsnett Beacon Candle Company that we've had for about 3.5 years and have grown that to a substantial size. And we are now relaunching an entirely new brand. And so we're going to talk about the different ways that you can use to market your business. Now, this is week 7 on our journey of launching this brand new business. So we started a whole new brand and we started from week 1, and we are letting you go on the journey with us to see exactly how we build this out, the strategies that we're using, how we're going to market this, how we're going to advertise it, how we are going to source all of our supplies, how we came up with our name, how we are doing mood boards, finding our logos, finding our fonts, our mission statement, all the stuff that goes into building an entirely new brand. Right now, we are waiting for our custom vessels and packaging to arrive. So now we are shifting gears to start working on our marketing. Now we're probably about 2 months out from actually launching this business, but it's a really good time to start to market it. Stick around and I'm going to give you our content planner. This is the planner that we use every single month over and over again so that we have balanced social media content for our business. So this is yours completely free. I'll get to the details on that in just a moment. First, I do want to shout out ToAuto. ToAuto wax melters have been fantastic for our business, and they are partnering with us on this series. So big shout out to ToAuto. They do have an exclusive link for you to use in the show notes below as well if you're wanting to get an additional discount on one of their wax melters. So let's get into this right now. All right, so tip number 1 is going to be local first. Tell your friends, your family, coworkers. Word of mouth is still huge. Tell the mailman, tell the people at your gym. Whatever you do, wherever you go, tell them you are starting a candle business. Have them start to follow your pages. You can also test in-person feedback by doing markets, doing local vendor events. Those types of things are going to get you really, really good feedback. It will tell you right away what products are working, what's not working, what people are gravitating towards, what scents are working. Do they like your packaging? You can get all of that feedback by doing in-person events. So stay local first. Tell everyone you possibly know. I actually did a segment or an episode on don't be an undercover candle maker. You need to let the world know. You can wear shirts that promote your brand. It should be on all of your own personal social media channels as well. Continuously let people know you are starting a business and let them go on that journey with you. So that's going to be key to helping you have that successful first weekend launch. When we launched, we had let our friends and family go on the journey with us. We were posting on the business pages for about 2 months. And then when we opened up our store, we had a really successful first weekend. We did almost $3,000 in one weekend. And that was just from those people that were going on that journey with us. You can also do fundraisers. Fundraisers is really what helped us get Garsnett Beacon Candle Company kind of off the ground and well known here in our community is by doing those fundraisers. There's an endless amount of organizations that need money and need support. And so reaching out to these different nonprofits and saying, hey, I would love to do a fundraiser for you. I will give you 25% of the revenue that comes in. I will create a little flyer for you to promote all over social media and to send out to your email list promoting my candle business. And, in return, you're going to get, a donation from us. There will be many organizations that will take you up on that offer and help you to get your name going in your community. So tip number 2, leverage email early. Email is going to be such a powerful driver of revenue in your business. It is one of the leading things for us. Anytime we are in, let's say, a tight crunch or, hey, rent's due on the shops, I can leverage my emails that I've collected from our customers and from our fans, and I can email them with a sale, a discount, a promo of any type, and we are going to get sales coming in that day. So that is a great way of letting people know early. So what I would do is I would set up on your Shopify page, even if it's password protected because you don't have your website built out yet, just like we don't have it for our new brand. It's not completely built out, but we have that Shopify account and we have that domain. And when you go to it, it is just a password protected page. And it says coming soon. So we're starting to advertise. We have some images out there of our prototypes, and we are collecting email addresses from day one. We want to send people from social media to our website so that they know and they are in a habit of going to where they eventually will be buying products from us. You can have videos out there, or you can just have images, whatever's easy for you to do. Go ahead and put it out there and start collecting email addresses. You can put something on that password protected page that's kind of exciting, like stay tuned, something big's happening, things like that, to where you're teasing a little bit, or just offer a discount. Provide your email address and stay up to date on our launch coming, and save 25% the first weekend we open. Something like that to entice them to give you their email address will work wonders. You want to start using collecting email addresses because you're going to be using those almost every single week once you launch your brand. All right, so number 3 is going to be social media. Now, you got to use social media the right way. Use it with purpose. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. Just pick 1 or 2 platforms where your audience is already hanging out at. So is your audience going to be TikTok and Twitter, or Blue Sky or X, or are they going to be old school, kind of like myself, and do Facebook with a little bit of Instagram? Are they on LinkedIn? Are you making professional based candles, right? Where you might be surprised if LinkedIn might actually be a space for you to be on. People are on Pinterest. Snapchat is trying to come back onto the scene. So what platforms are your customers going to be on? Now, I would just choose a couple of them to start. You can certainly go ahead and get all the social media handles out there just so that you kind of are, I don't want to say owning them because you'll never own them. You kind of lease them from the platforms, but go ahead and grab those so that they're yours to use, but really only focus on 1 or 2. Right now, you have to dial in so many other areas of your business that's going to be taking a lot of energy from you. So just do 1 or 2. For us, we are going to do Instagram and Facebook. And the reason for that is I know it really well. I know Facebook really well. I'm old school. I don't know Instagram that well. They're always updating and changing, but since they're intertwined and connected under that Meta umbrella, I can use their business manager to make all of my posts in advance. We like to go ahead and plan out our post for an entire month. Again, I have a social media calendar and a content pillar for you to use. You can grab that in the notes below, or you can just go to candlebusinesspro.com/social media. It's completely free. You can see my calendar there. You can download it and you can edit it to make it your own. This is a really good way of planning out your content pillars. Now, what are the content pillars? The 4 content pillars that we use are educational, inspirational, connection, and then promotional. So we go much more in details with this on the content pillar layout that I'm giving you completely for free. So go and grab that. You can get a lot more details on it. But essentially, you want to post on social media with intent. You want to post specific things for a specific reason. Educational is going to be talking about either your brand or your candles themselves, letting people know why your product is for them. Whether you are going to lean into eco-friendly, sustainability, that's going to be the educational types of things, right? So that is what you can talk about in some of your content pillars, because you don't want to always just be trying to sell your product. If you're just trying to sell, you're not going to get a lot of engagement on there. And right now, if you're just launching like we are with our new brand, we don't have anything to sell. So we're going to really focus on the other 4 or the other 3 of those pillars. So educational is one. Inspirational is going to be another. Making posts that they enjoy reading. It doesn't take a lot. You're not asking them to do anything. You're just doing something that's going to inspire them. It's going to make them feel really good. It's going to make them want to continue to follow you. And so that whenever they see that you're posting something, it's going to stop their scroll and they're going to want to read it. So whatever niche your candles are in, you can always find inspirational posts to make. And then the connection is going to be going deeper with them specifically of why they are your audience. Are you a purpose-driven business? Are you, whatever your target market is, there's a way for you to connect with them. Again, just download that free guide, and that's going to help you to plan all of this out. Then the last content pillar is going to be your promotional. And that's where we're trying to sell them something. Okay. So I would try to, rotate through these: educational, inspirational, connection, and then promotional. Obviously, right now we don't have anything to promote, but we can start teasing stuff, letting them know stuff is coming, getting them excited about that so that you are educating them, you're inspiring them, you're connecting with them, and you're teasing them that you have something coming. So they're going to want it once you do have it for sale. And then once your brand is up and running, you don't want to just use promotional because you have something to sell. You still want to do all of those other things. There's lots of ways of doing this. There's a realtor here in town that is kind of who I go to. I go to their social media when I want to know what's happening in town, because every week on Friday, she is posting like the same time. It's like at noon on Fridays. She is posting a weekend calendar of all the things going on, from the farmer's market to if there's any shows or concerts, whatever's happening in our town. This realtor is promoting every single Friday. And so now if I ever need a realtor, I would think of who, people will associate her because of all of these posts, right? So think about things that you can post that might have nothing to do with your specific candles, but it's something that your target audience is going to like. Of course, this is going to be if you're a local based business, but another one would be if you have, let's say, a foodie or a gourmand type of business, right? We have a line of candles that are all like foodie based, right? If that was that's just a collection of ours. It's not our main thing. But what you could do is send out recipes. Like, how great would it be, and how much would you connect with your audience if you were sending out recipes every Friday? Just a simple cookie recipe. Or maybe you're all about health and you are all about the environment, sustainability, and staying fit and fabulous. And so you are sending out like healthy but taste good recipes to them every Friday, right? You can be posting these on social media. And then you can also be emailing all of this out to your email list so that they look forward to opening up their emails, because they know that you are going to be sending them a recipe that they might really enjoy. So those are ways of using social media to connect with your fans prior to actually launching. Another thing that I would recommend go ahead and do is go out and follow all of the pages, all of the blogs, all the social media of where your target audience would be hanging out at, right? For instance, if you are if your niche is in, say, the traveling space, you are making candles for world travelers that are staying in hotels all the time because they are just jet setting across the world. And so all of your candles are high-end hotel scent, right? So that would be a niche. So then your target audience is the people that do all of those things or are inspired by that. Okay, where are these people hanging out at? Okay, so they are following Travel and Leisure magazine. They are they are following all these different blogs. So go out and start following all of those different blogs and social media channels from your business page, so you can continuously be inspired with things relatively easy for you to turn around and make social media posts about that are going to be similar. You're going to start seeing and kind of learning the jargon a little bit more if you're not already deep into that world. For instance, if you made a sports theme inspired candles, right? That's a niche you want to be in. They're all sports themes because you are a stay-at-home mom and you have kids that you are running to practice all day long, just nonstop, and they're all in sports, and you decided to create an entire candle line around that. Fantastic. So go and follow these sports and sports commentators and create your social media around that, so you'll understand what's going on, what the breaking news is. And it might inspire you and inspire different collections that you may end up wanting to create a line of candles around. Obviously, you can make a pop culture line of candles, and then you would be following Taylor Swift getting married. You would be following all the exciting stuff, and you will be the go-to person, because then you're going to have a candle that's going to come out that people are going to go crazy about because you're going to put TS on it, and then people are going to want to buy it for that reason, right? You're not going to use Taylor Swift's name because that would be wrong, but you're going to do something that's inspired by her, right? That's how you use social media. All right, so tip number 4 is going to be collaborations. Partner with local creatives like photographers and bakers so that you can get styled photography. Work with people locally, work on these collaborations that might help them and yourself at the same time. You can also start working on collaborating with others that are in. So if you're making candles, start collaborating with some soap makers, with some perfume makers, people that don't make candles, but are still in that kind of that home or even health and wellness type of space to see where you could cross over and share some audiences. If you can give them some products to promote you with, to give away to their audience, and that can help you to earn some new followers as well. Tip number 5 is going to be community and networking. So join and contribute in your local Facebook groups. Everyone has those informed type of groups that are for your city or your town. Start joining all of those and start contributing in them from your business page if that is allowed. Some of those business pages don't allow, those groups don't allow business pages to join. So you may have to join them from your personal page, but that's okay. People see my name in these groups, and we have like 40,000 people in our city. It's a relatively small, but people see our name and they recognize us as the candle guys, right? It's like we're known as the candle guys, myself and Chad, in our town, and there's 40,000 people. Like, so people will keep recognizing your name over and over again whenever you're posting in these groups. Just continuously add, value to those groups, and that's going to help you as well, because then you can subtly drop information about yourself. Also, all of those type of Facebook groups are always asking for donations for T-wall teams, for dance recital, benefits, all kinds of things happening in your community, right? If you'll donate a candle from your candle business, every time you see one of those, which seems like it's happening every day, someone's asking, for a donation of some sort. If you say, oh yeah, Garsnett Beacon Candle Company will support you. I literally did this today. We just made a sponsorship for a language academy that is just opening up here in town. And I want my name associated with that. We will love to contribute to the diverse nonprofits and organizations in town. So whenever I saw that they are an organization and they were looking for donations for an event coming up, we were like, yeah, absolutely. So, we connect with it. We comment on those posts on social media saying, yes, Garsnett Beacon Candle Company would love to participate. Send me a message. That kind of lets everyone else know that's reading that, hey, Garsnett Beacon Candle is a supporter of stuff in our community. And so that helps people then click on, because what I'll do is I'll tag my business. And I said, at Garsnett Beacon Candle Company, will support, send us a message. Other people are going to see that and they're going to click on it, and you'll see you're going to start getting a few more likes and a few more follows from that. And what did it cost us? It cost us a candle, that's going to, or a basket, whatever it's going to be. The cost is going to be minimal for a lot of those types of things. So doing raffles and for community events is going to be a great way for you to get your brand seen. So number 6 is going to be storytelling on your website. So when you do get your website to a place of opening it up, even if it's not ready to go, you can start writing blogs. So, blog about your brand story, your why, candle care tips, but also blog about stuff that is related. Again, if you were doing a world traveling inspired candle brand, you can start writing blogs about all different, exotic or unique places that people want to read about. You can do blogs on travel tips and how to pack for a cruise. You can do blogs about all kinds of different things. They don't just have to be candle related. It is good to reference in your candles in those blogs. So of course, if I'm doing this blog about world traveling, I would of course be talking about, taking my candles with me that are easy to travel with. And then I would be linking those, what are called backlinks, which are really good for your website. I would be having those spread throughout. And then you can try to see if you can guest blog on other blogs, right? So go to a travel blog site, ask them if you can write a guest blog or if they would like to blog or write a story about your travel inspired candle. By having another website link out to yours, that is going to boost your SEO, which is going to give you a higher ranking on Google. So there's just a few ways to tell your story. It's going to be to start blogging and trying to work with other websites as well to cross promote. So tip number 7 is sampling and gifting. Now, I'm not a big proponent of just giving out products, especially when we're not really sure what we're going to get back in exchange. We've had a couple of situations where we were a vendor at a big event, and the host of that event where we were vendoring at, say there's 200 of us vendors out there, right? they asked for donations to put into bags that they were going to give to the first, 50 or 100 attendees. And that's a way that they promote the event, is by saying, hey, be one of the first 50 or 100 to show up, and you're going to get one of these bags full of goodies. And they ask us as a vendor to donate. That can get kind of expensive. The people wanting to get those bags are going to show up anyways to shop. And when we have given away items for those, we've never done one of those where it's like 50 or 100. We're not giving away that much value, but give candles as gifts to your neighbors, to teachers, people in your community, right? Bus drivers. We actually sent the mayor of our town, when we first started our candle business, we wrote up a nice letter of why we had just moved here, because we had just moved to this town. We said why we moved here, why we loved it, how we really hope to start a business here in the community. We just want to say thank you for welcoming us into the city, basically. The mayor here actually took that letter, and we attached a candle to it. He took that letter and he Xeroxed it, copied it, whatever, and sent it out to the entire city employees directory. So everyone that worked for the city, which I don't know, maybe that's 200, 300, 400 people. I'm not really sure. The police department, the fire department, the parks and rec, all of these people got a copy of this letter that we sent to the mayor, just saying how much we love the town. And we were proud to start a business. Even though we didn't have a brick and mortar store at the time, we were doing this right out of our house. We had just opened our website, and we wanted to get our candles well known. So we sent it to the mayor, and he shared that online. He sent an email out to everyone that was on city staff, and we just got a bunch of followers online. So it was really nice to see that, and that can turn into some sales for you. So strategically think about who you're going to gift candles to that is going to give you something in return. Again, we are running a business here, so we want to make business decisions. We're not just giving out candles just from the good of our heart. Now that we are running a business, we have the capacity to make donations without strings attached. So we can do all of that as we grow. But when we're still trying to get our business off the ground and we're working on limited funds, we have to be really wise about who we are giving products to. All right. And then tip number 8 is going to be the press and the media. Local newspapers, the news station, local podcasts, magazines, they all love to feature small businesses. So have a simple little press kit ready. It's going to be your brand story. There's going to be some photos and some contact information. And make sure that you're writing press for every time you are doing something. When you open your doors, when you start your business and your website's officially open, send out a press release to all the media, from the local newspapers to the local news channels. We had the local news channels come out to our house and interview us in what was our main bedroom that turned into our candle room. The news station came out and interviewed us about why we wanted to start the small business and what we were trying to do. We've been a give back business, so we wanted to give back to the community. They love taking stories like that and sharing that good. There's always, the news is terrible to watch these days, right? It's not great to watch. They love feel-good stories. So if you can give the news a feel-good story, they will be all over it. So again, we have had 3 of the 4, networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, all come to us and interview us for stories. So don't think that you need to have a brick and mortar store before they'll do that. They will definitely do that before you have any of that. And so making sure that you know how to write a press release and have all the things that you need to go along with it. Now, inside of the inner circle, you can learn more at candlebusinesspro.com. But the inner circle is our community that we have. It's a private community. We actually have an entire workshop on how we do our press releases that got us into Oprah Daily, Parade Magazine, Yahoo Finance, all of those things. That's all from us doing outreach and getting all of that. So that's how we get into different magazines. It also gets us into gift guides come holiday season. So if you want to learn more about the inner circle, come hang out with us. Again, you can learn more at candlebusinesspro.com/inner circle. So to recap here, you don't need to have your business open and operating before you start to promote it. Think strategically about what makes the most sense right now while your business isn't quite open yet. That's going to be posting on social media, talking to your neighbors, giving out candles to people that you think are going to come and buy from you eventually. And then as soon as your doors open, do kind of that bigger push. Send candles to your mayor or your governor or whomever you think might promote your business. Think of some local business leaders that you can be sending your candles to. Also work with others that might be in the same or an aligned space. If you're doing candles, reach out to soap makers, reach out to hair salons, and gift them candles if they have a decent sized following on social media to have them give away on their social media. And one of the requirements is for them to go and follow your page. Now, you don't want to just do it to any business, right? You want to do it to where their followers are going to most likely also be people that would be interested in your business. Also, don't forget, I have that free content calendar. It is in the notes below. You can get that on our website. It's completely free for you. And that's going to give you the 4 different pillars of content. And it's also going to give you the planner that we use for planning out an entire month in advance. It makes it really easy so that every day you're not just thinking about what do I post, because I don't like trying to come up with new ideas. So it's much easier for me just to sit down for an evening or two and just, bulk create for an entire month. Also, don't hesitate if you are posting on social media, don't hesitate to recycle all those, because the reality is going to be when you post something from your business page, maybe 10% of your followers are going to see that. So don't hesitate to reuse that in 6 weeks, 8 weeks. So save all of that. I would start a spreadsheet or, an Excel or Google sheet where you have that image in there. And then you have the copy, which is, the wording that you have that goes along with it. And then have the date on there so you keep track of when you use it. And in 6 weeks, use it again. You're going to be just fine. Hopefully this episode has been helpful for you and giving you some ideas, not only to promote if you're not open, but even if you are open and your business is already running, hopefully this will give you a few ideas to promote your business that is going to be completely free. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.